MMA Weekly here with Justin Gaethje, getting ready for the big fight, World Series of Fighting. Dan Lauzon this time. Both you guys, you're undefeated, of course, but Dan, after a rough go in the UFC, lost a couple fights there, but he hasn't lost since. Would you call this the biggest fight of your career?
Yeah, up to this point, I would say every fight that I'm in right now is going to be the biggest fight, for my career, especially because I think this, if I win this one, I would go for the belt. So that's something I've been looking forward to, something I've been striving for. So yeah, it's definitely a step, not a step up in competition, but it's a step up I've been taking, for the last 4 fights that I've taken. So something I'm really excited for, been looking forward to, and yeah, it's just I'm ready.
So obviously every fight that you fight's the most important one at the time.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Is this the toughest fight you've ever had, do you think? I mean, obviously you won't know for sure until you come out of it. But
yeah, I would hope so. I'm ready for a war. I've trained for a war. I'm expecting a war, and that's all I want is a war. I've been waiting for a war, and I'm really excited for that. And I think Dan can bring it. So yeah, I do think that this could be the the toughest opponent that I've faced, and I'm really excited for that.
What do you expect out of Dan coming into this fight?
I hope that I see the same Dan that fought John Gunderson. A really aggressive, really confident fighter. That's the person I want to fight. I want to fight someone that's at their best, and just to give myself the challenge. And he's gonna fight me at my best. So that's who I want to see. I want to see Dan Lauzon at his best on October 26th.
And I saw you working out there. Obviously, this was one of your probably one of your final hard, really tough workouts getting ready for the fight. How prepared do you feel for this fight?
Well, you're asking me that question right now. After that workout, I can say not very prepared. I just felt really tired, but
there you go, Dan. Justin's not going to come in well. You're going to just roll over.
Oh, what they just put me through, up in this altitude, it's something that you can't. No matter how hard you train, you're going to get tired. Because if you don't get tired, you're not pushing yourself to that limit. I was out there. You saw me. I was shooting to put myself in a place that I hadn't been. I was trying to push past that limit to where I wanted to quit. I wanted to throw up. And then I was going to keep pushing myself. So, that's what you got to do. You got to get to those moments because you got to get there in fights.
For those that don't know, we're out at Grudge Training Center in Denver, Colorado. I mean, where you're mile high all the time. And,
oh, yeah.
And you guys actually do some training up even higher, too, sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes up to Red Rocks and things.
Yeah, we go up, to Red Rocks. Of course, we're going actually right after this. We're going to Red Rocks. And then, I've been up with Cowboy up to, where was it? Where was it?
Up in Vail.
A couple ski resorts. Vail, Colorado. Yeah, we stayed in a trailer park and we just trained our butts off for a couple of weeks. So yeah, we were at like 9,800, I think, something crazy.
Just running up and down the ski runs.
Running up and down, and then just training, sparring, stuff like that.
How much of a difference do you notice working at altitude and then coming down and fighting lower?
I haven't had too much experience. I went to Arizona a couple of times. And I went to New Jersey. I really did. I think I felt the difference in New Jersey. I felt fantastic. I pushed the pace. Against Jay-Z. That a lot of you guys saw that. That I wasn't holding anything back. I was out there to put it all on the line. And I was kind of surprised at how not winded I was after I cut him and they stopped it for a second. I was really shocked at how much energy I still had and I was still ready to go. So I was really excited for that. And I don't know if it was the elevation, but it definitely could have been. It's all in your head, I told myself I was going to feel better in lower elevation, so I did. So that's just how it works.
Well, coming into World Series of Fighting, probably not a lot of people outside of the Rocky Mountain region knew who you were. But I think now you've come in, you've won a couple of fights there, you've got another big fight coming up. Where does this fight put you, do you think, in the scope of things at World Series of Fighting?
Well, I hope at the top that's what they said. If I win this fight, I get a title fight. So. I'm just trying. I'm shooting for the top. I want to fight the best guys, obviously in the sport. At one point in my life, that's my goal is to fight the best at 155 pounds in the world. So I'm just gonna keep fighting. The World Series of Fighting keeps picking up guys that I want to fight. So I'm really excited for these opportunities. I'm gonna keep taking them chance by chance.
All right. So what can we expect? What can fans expect come Friday night?
Same thing as always. I'm not going to bring anything else that you guys haven't seen. I'm going to come forward, I'm going to move, and I'm going to try to knock them out. That's how it is.